It's been a whole bunch of time since I've been working in the shop, or even posted a video. I think my last one was at the beginning of the summer, but I went back to work and now it's the beginning of the spring. The shop was basically shuttered almost the entire winter while I worked 6 to 7 days a week. Now with the winter over and spring being sprung, everybody drops their stuff off. This Stella belongs to a friend of mine, and it runs not well, and I worked on it some years ago, basically cleaning it up and getting it ready for another season. On Stella's, the CDIs are on the other side where the voltage regulator and battery are, and this one had stopped working. I spliced in and zip tied this guy a really long time ago to get this bike running again, and it had been like that ever since. So I'm finally taking the old coil off, and I modified this old bracket and actually mounted this Ducati CDI to look like it's supposed to be. This scooter's really just kind of getting a really mild spring cleaning. I'm not going too nuts with it. She was complaining that the electric start didn't work, which is most likely just a dead relay, which I'd have to order, and that it took a long time to kick to start. She's complaining that it would be like 100 kicks to get it over. And I pulled the jetting out and looked at it, and this Stella's completely stock. It's the same way it was delivered from the factory. So it's got that catalyzed exhaust, and the jetting on these are pretty lean. So it's I think I pulled out a 140 air corrector, an E3 atomizer, and a 94 main. So I swapped it out for a 160 air, a BE3 atomizer, and a 100 main. And we're going to see if the normal jetting and this catalyzed exhaust will help the bike start easier. Obviously, I'm going to push to replace the exhaust with something better, and it probably needs a few upgrades, like, you know, new suspension. The rear tire was in pretty bad shape, but the spare was okay, so I'm going to put that on. And I don't know, I'm just going to clean it up and see if I can get it running and take it for a ride. And maybe it's okay. I don't know, we'll find out. I pulled the plug out, and it's a BE6. A 6 is pretty hot. Usually we run a 7 or an 8 down here. And the plug, you probably can't see it, but it definitely looks like the bike was running super, super lean. So I think my jetting hopefully is going to fix that. I'm going to put a new, where'd I put it? A new 7 ES plug-in. Let's see. So this is the rear tire that was on it. I don't know how well you'll see this in the video, but you can see that the tire is pretty flattened off or squared off. Still in somewhat decent shape. This was the spare. It's brand new, so I'm gonna throw this on, and it looks to be in pretty good shape. It's not dry rotted, holds air. That's important. So we got that going. Here's the starter relay. For the hell of it, let's see what happens. If I try and start it. Ugh. That sounds weird. Yeah. Alright, well, that's not the relay. That's the starter. That sounds terrible. So, something tells me that starter needs to be rebuilt. I've never actually rebuilt the starter, so this will be a fun project, probably for another video. I found an older battery strap, and it's old, but doesn't look dry rotted, and it's certainly going to be better than what's already on here. This one was pretty bad. That's garbage.
Let's deal with the valley. The hills kept the same. But don't you know you got wild blood running through your veins? You're the leader of the wolf pack with the power of flame. Don't you know you got wild blood running through your wild blood running through your veins?
Look at that. Second kick. All right. Woo. It seems a little boggy, but I think I'm going to take it for a ride. In here. Well, it runs. It actually runs pretty good. It is a little boggy, so I'm going to mess with the carburetor, and the rear brake needs to be adjusted because it's pretty soft. But otherwise, I think she's done. All right, this is gonna prove a little more difficult. There is a plastic plug. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right about there. And I gotta take that plug out, take it to the mix screw. Can't quite get it out. It's not slotted, so I can't get the screwdriver on it. And there's just not enough room. So to get a socket on it, the starter's in the way. And guess what doesn't work? So I might as well just take the starter out, because, you know, the starter ain't doing nobody any good, right? Oh, man. All right. So, I don't know if you can really see what's going on. I got it all cleaned up. And way up in here, right about, oh Lord. Right there, that little guy right there. That's our mix screw. So, I wanted to check on that, and sure enough, it was only about 2.5 turns out. And I'm pretty sure on these Indian carburetors, they are supposed to start at 3.5. So I brought it back out to 3.5. Of course, the airbox was full of oil, two-stroke oil. So that made a big old mess. And But I got the starter out and I got it readjusted, so I'm gonna clean everything up a little bit more and we'll try again. Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. I forgot I need to adjust the rear brake.
Oh, shit.
But that was way better.
Cool.
Good. You're welcome. Let me know how it goes. All right, all in all, pretty successful weekend. I got this black Stella back in good running shape. And even though I got no real video of it, I did get that red and orange sidecar running as well. So, all right, now I just gotta get this black Stella picked up and on to the next project. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And maybe I'll get another video up in less than 6 months' time.